Zoonen, feminism. What is the theory? Zoonen believes the media portray images of stereotypical women, and this behaviour reinforces societal views. The media does this because they believe it reflects dominant social values, what people believe in, and male producers are influenced by this. This is a patriarchy, a society run by men for men, which dominates and oppresses women. The more advanced version. Feminists are particularly interested in the contribution made by the media to society's dominant ideas about gender roles. And in this, the mass media play a crucial role in socialization, in teaching us how to behave and think in ways that our culture finds acceptable. A significant part of the socialization process is to provide answers to questions like, what does it mean to be a woman, and what does it mean to be a man? Of course, these questions are not always exactly the same, but we are all familiar with the kind of gender stereotypes so often reinforced by media representations. Feminism was most often ignored in studies of mass communication until issues such as sexuality, verbal harassment, body beauty, and the study of woman genres became more politically and socially important. Feminism can be approached in three ways: liberal, socialist, or radical. Liberal feminism. It is essentially a reformist approach, which tend to see more equal gender relations being brought about by equal opportunities policies and affirmative action programs. It does not appear to question the power dimensions in society that maintain male superiority of status and female inferiority. Instead, it concentrates on sex role stereotypes, prescriptions of sex-appropriate behaviours, appearance, interests, skills, and self-perceptions. Numerous quantitative content analysis have shown that women hardly ever appeared in the mass media as anything other than wife, mother, daughter, girlfriend, or working in traditionally female jobs, secretary, nurse, receptionist, or as a sex object. Moreover, they are usually young and beautiful, but not very well educated. It is thought that the media perpetuates sex role stereotypes because they reflect dominant social values, and also because male media producers are influenced by these stereotypes. However, the landscape of gender representation in the media has changed enormously over the last 30 years. Today, men and women are portrayed as working side by side in such settings as hospitals, schools, and police stations. In the cinema, roles for women have developed away from the victim roles of the past, and producers have realised that kick-ass heroines do better business. Socialist feminism. Socialist feminism does not focus entirely on gender to account for women's position in society, but attempts to incorporate an analysis of class and the economic conditions of women. Socialist feminism and liberal feminism share an emphasis on the need for women to take up paid labour. Radical feminism. Patriarchy, a social system in which all men are assumed to dominate and oppress all women, accounts for women's position in society. Radical feminists have been in the forefront of exposing male abuse of women and politicizing issues formerly considered as private, such as domestic abuse and, more recently, sex tourism and trafficking of women. Few media studies have been conducted from a radical perspective. Zoonen believes the media strategies of radical feminism are straightforward. Women should create their own means of communication and try to free themselves completely. Women have to cut off all ties with men and male societies. Mass media are in the hands of male owners and producers. They will operate to the benefit of the patriarchal society. Radical media strategies have been more problematic than they seemed at first sight. The belief that women together are all innately good people would be able to work without competition, hierarchy, or specialization, and would write or film from the same source or essential femininity proved illusion. A constant feature of radical feminist media has been internal conflict about organisation and editorial policy. Power differences, differences of opinion, and interest appear to exist among women also and are not male preserved.